Welcome back to Ender's Game on Bluray Tournament, to the Ender's Game on Bluray Tournament, casted by MLG and Game On. We're going to hop into Game 2 right now of Scarlett versus Hitman. As soon as Rob from production is ready to go. On Frost. Wow.
Wow.
So this leaves a gateway only timing. Air isn't going to really work. Immortal is a long distance. Although I guess Hitman has done 8 gates in the past.
Oh yeah, he
So,
did it just the last series against Kane. So that might very well be what we see here from him.
This is a good win for Scarlett if she could beat him 2-0. I think one of the most exciting things about Scarlett as a player is that it seems like we always get those really good foreign players, and the audience can't see, but they get good, and then they peak, and then it just seems like they can never break through that barrier, you know? And one of the most exciting things about Scarlett as of recently, as of the past year, is that she always seems to be getting better.
Yeah.
You know, like consistently better. It never seems like there hasn't been that time yet where it's like, ah, fuck, like Scarlett's losing all her games now. You know, she peaks, she can't break through that wall, and she's just gonna fizzle out. So I mean, like every time you see her playing, you get to see a result of her brainstorming with, you know, Kane, Suppy, Henderlisk, whoever else she has in that chat, and her kind of growing and evolving as a player. And one of the biggest problems that she has, I mean, ZVP is her self-admitted worst matchup, and wow, that's a 10 pool. And I mean, obviously losing, you know, to Nanywan, that show match to early pressure, losing to Hitman and giving Hitman his big, you know, momentary burst of fame, to see her be able to take him out in a tournament 2-0 if she can, I think is really good. I think it speaks volumes to Scarlett's continued desire to improve the game and her.
Yeah, this is probably one of the matchups that she probably definitely does not want to lose here, just because of that, because it's kind of like reliving.
Yeah.
I don't want to say a nightmare, but a nightmare.
Yeah, especially if you consider what, like, coming into this, until today, Scarlett didn't even know Hitman would be in the group, and the only reason she's playing Hitman is because she lost to somebody that she beat 4-0 in the last tournament.
Yeah.
So, like, mentally going into the series, that's about as bad as it can get, right?
I think so.
Like, you didn't even know Hitman was going to be there. Hitman is known for beating you, and you playing him because you lost to somebody that you beat 4-0, you couldn't lose to in last tournament. Like, so, like, mentally, there's just so much going on at Scarlett's side right now that you might not necessarily see, like, in the game. Like, you might not think of that, but man, that's so much to take with you, I think, to carry on your shoulders coming into the game.
Yeah, and we see that Scarlett has not just prepared for Hitman, but this is pretty much what she was expecting of Hitman on this map. This is a perfect build order counter by Scarlett. She's gonna have temple speed links.
Against a Nexus first, so
Nexus first,
no
and then
Cyber
Gateway
Core,
afterwards.
no,
so no
Stalker,
not even a Forge.
no
the
Mothership
Nexus,
Core.
the Nexus on the low ground is dead 100%, but this is even more likely to just end up.
Yeah, do you even think she'll go for the Nexus, or do you think she'll run into the main?
I think she'll run into the main. I mean, the whole premise of this is there's not going to be time for you to wall.
Exactly.
And the map is so big that you're not going to be able to scout me in time.
And again, this is one of the greediest builds you can kind of do as a Protoss. The Nexus
absolutely.
first
Nexus
into a
into
gateway without even a Forge.
It is absolutely the greediest build, and Hitman is known for this sort of opener because that's what gives him that's what makes his all-in so much more dangerous.
Definitely, is the corner
than
cutting
other Protoss players.
to get to that all-in.
Yeah, exactly.
But unfortunately,
and like you mentioned last game, like Scarlett went 3 hatch before pull against Hitman. It seems counterintuitive to cut corners against Hitman, but Hitman is the one that's cutting corners early on.
Yeah, definitely.
So if you
it
don't,
makes sense. Yeah. And especially things like expansions, like it seems weird to think, but like, is it better to take an expansion early against somebody that's going to all in, or should you wait a little bit later until you're safer? Well, if you wait later, what happens is you just make an expo that you never get to mine from, so you just waste money. But if you build it
you're
earlier,
wasting resources.
Yeah, but if you build it earlier, you actually get to see
the
an
Zealot
advantage.
splits the circlings way too late.
Yeah, Zealot is pretty
try
sad.
to do something here, but it's not going to work.
These Lings, cutting the pylon out is going to be rough because it might supply blocker. He actually has an extra pylon already, so I guess not bad. And this is not what you want to see.
Not even the Marshal Core's out.
You never want to put throws. Yeah. And it's GG. It was a builder counter.
Yeah, builder win by Scarlett, and a great pull by her there.
Definitely. I guarantee you that she was probably talking to she probably had that Skype group open like before the game, talking to everybody about these games and whatnot. So I'm sure she knew going into this exactly how this would go down. So that was really good. Good by Scarlett. Quick 2-0. Well played. Put Hitman out. Unfortunately, that means Hitman is gone.
Hitman is gone, correct. And Scarlett moves on to play Kane. in the last match of this group, but we have another group coming up right after that anyway. So
that we do.
An exciting day, a long day of casting.
Yep.
Especially for me.
For some people. Yeah, so we're gonna be back, and that'll be some ZVZs.
Yeah,
they can't even rig it this time, right? Anyway, we'll be back in 3 minutes with Scarlett versus Kane next. Don't miss that. Those are going to be some exciting matches.
Most stuff.
Those are going to be some End of the Hunger Games matches. Two friends pitted in Mortal Kombat. Stay tuned. We'll be back in 3 minutes.